Hello students, welcome back to my this session. In this session, we have to discuss regarding third step of agricultural practices under your chapter first. This chapter pertains to crop production and management. 4 sessions we have already completed. In last session, we have discussed regarding sowing. That means sowing has been done. And after sowing, in the field, a small seedlings appears, just like you students. They are growing, they are little seedlings, so it is quite essential to provide them nutritions. We know that just like to the animals, human beings, plants are also living beings. So all plants require various type of nutrients for their survival and proper growth and development. Here we are discussing regarding crops plant. Crops plants are very much special for the human being because human beings get food and various type of useful products from the crop plants. So at the time when the seedlings appear in field, the farmer started providing nutrients, certain type of fertilizers to them so that they can grow properly and ultimately the farmer get the high yield, because this is the final purpose. High yield is the final goal for all the farmers. To get the high yield of the crops, it is quite essential that crop plants must have healthy and disease-free plant bodies and they have proper growth. So when the seedlings appears after showing the seeds in the field, they started adding certain type of fertilizers in the soil. Here we are going to discuss the types of the fertilizers which the farmers use to aid in the soils when the seedlings appear in the field. Fertilizers. Fertilizers are the special nutrients which are added in the soil to provide the specific nutrients to the developing crop plants. Fertilizers may be firstly classified into 2 types. First, natural fertilizer, and second, chemical or artificial, man-made. Chemical fertilizer. Natural fertilizers are also called as manures, and chemical. There is no change of nomenclature in the case of chemical fertilizer. Natural fertilizers are called by 2 names. First, manures, and second is compost. They are also called as compost. And the process by which the natural fertilizer or manures are prepared by the farmer is called as composting. You note down. Because these terms are very much important on examination point of view. Composting. There may be question in examination. What do you mean by composting? Composting is the process by which the farmers prepare compost or manures near to their farm or near to their houses. Just we will जो है कि discuss the manures and chemical fertilizers in detail, and thereafter we will discuss the differences between manures and fertilizers. What are the differences between them? Just we will discuss regarding manures in detail. Manures are natural, just I told you. The classification tells that the manures or compost are natural. Natural means they are prepared from the natural substances which are available to the farmers naturally. That means agriculture product, animals waste, plant waste, which are easily available to the farmer, and they comes to the category of the organic substances. That means the manures or compost or natural fertilizers are natural as well as organic. Organic. You note down. Organic substances. We are discussing regarding manures in detail. Manures are natural and organic fertilizer. Clear? We will now discuss how the farmers use to prepare the manures or natural fertilizers. This process, just I told you, is called as composting. Composting. And from this, the term compost is derived. Compost. You may tell the manures by this name also. The farmers near to their houses or their farm houses or barn also, they dig pits like this, and they put the animal wastes like cow dungs, buffalo dungs or bull dungs, etc. And the agricultural wastes, plant wastes, they put all these things in the pit and cover these materials by a thin layer of soil, and they provide water at a certain interval. After some time, after 2 or 3 months, the compost or manures is prepared by the process of decomposition. By the process of decomposition, certain microbes helps to decompose the animal waste, plant waste, and by this way the manure or compost is prepared. Manure or compost is prepared. This is the method by which the farmers in our country use to prepare the manures or compost. Now we will study the properties or features and advantages of the manure and compost. As just you seen that the manures are prepared from the natural substances, organic substances. Organic means the plant product of the living being. Organic substance are those substances which certainly contain carbon atom. Carbon atom. Mainly they are natural. Plant product, animal product. comes to the category of organic substances. Clear? As they are organic and natural, they maintain the texture of the soil. Maintain the texture of the soil by facilitating or by helping in formation of humus. Humus. Humus found in the soil and make the soil porous, airy. This is the main advantage. And by this way, the plant roots get sufficient supply of the oxygen. As the manures make the soil porous. Note down, porous. By the formation of humus. Humus are the decomposed organic materials along with the water which are found in the soil. That means manure is the part of humus when the manure or compost is added in the soil. Clear? And the manure also help in growth of certain type of worms and microbes in the soil, which are helpful in the growth of crop plants. This is also one of the advantages of the manure. First, just I told you, the manures maintain the texture of the soil, that means maintain the fertility, enhance the fertility. Fertility, you note down. Fertility of soil. Enhance the fertility of the soil. What do you mean by the fertility of the soil? Soil has ability to provide proper growth to the cross plant, any plant. This ability of the soil is called fertility. Just I am here telling you by in sketch, the soil's structures of the fertility. Just you see here, this P graph. 25% of the soil, if there is water and 25% air and 45% minerals, 45% minerals, and if there is 5% organic substance, organic material or organic substance is found in the particular soil. If there is this composition, this is the air and this is water, moisture, and 45% minerals. Various type of minerals are found in the soil. If there is this composition in the soil of a particular field, then that soil of that field will be called as fertile. That soil is fertile. If there is change in this composition, the fertility will get affected. We may tell that soil is not fertile. So this composition of the soil must be maintained in the field for the proper growth of the crop plant. Clear? So for maintaining this composition in the soil, in the field, the farmers used to add certain type of the fertilizers having the certain specific type of the minerals, and to maintain this 5% of the organic material, the farmer should add the manures in the soil and timely supply of the water also. And to maintain the air composition. This fertilizer, natural fertilizer, is quite essential. That means humus, to maintain the availability of the humus in the soil, must be maintained by providing the natural fertilizer, compost or manures. Clear? So these are the properties of the manures. So it is suggested that to maintain the texture of the soil of the field, the farmer must add certain amount of the manures in their fields. Now we will discuss regarding the chemical fertilizer. Chemical fertilizer. Just the name tells, this type of the fertilizers are certainly manufactured by chemical process. Yes, this type of the fertilizers are prepared in factories only. Chemical. This is part of the name. Chemical fertilizers. Clear? This name tells that certainly they are prepared by chemical methods and somewhere different from the village atmosphere. That place is factories. They are prepared in factories by chemical process, by chemical substances. Those chemical substances are not organic. You note down. They are not organic. They are inorganic. Inorganic. By certain type of the minerals, like inorganic substance like nitrogen, phosphorus, sulfate, potassium, these are the inorganic substances from which the chemical fertilizers are prepared in factories. And here one thing you should know, the chemical fertilizers are manufactured for specific nutrients. So this is one of the advantage. If the certain type of the soils has deficiency of certain type of the nutrients, in that case the chemical fertilizers are very much helpful. Note the manures. Manures are having organic materials and the power of the manures is very mild, very low. But chemical fertilizers has great potency because they are made for a specific nutrients like जो है कि nitrogen, phosphorus, sulfate and potassium, etc. Suppose you may take the examples of the urea. Urea is nitrogen based chemical fertilizers. If the soil of a particular field has deficiency of the nitrogenous जो है कि nutrients, in that case urea is added. Suppose another field is having deficiency of the sulfate, in that case the ammonium sulfate, potassium sulfate, these जो है कि chemical fertilizers are having sulfate minerals in great amount. Thus here we are finding that the chemical fertilizers have this specific advantage that they provide the specific nutrients to the crop plants if there is deficiency of that particular जो है कि nutrients in the soil. But the chemical fertilizers has lot of disadvantages also. Because if the farmers are continuously using the chemical fertilizers in their fields to get the high yield, a time will come then these chemical fertilizers damage the texture of the soil, because they damage the biotic factors, the microbes or worms which are found, which are friendly to the farmers, which are found in the soils. They damage, they kill the microbes which are helpful for the crop. This is the disadvantages of the chemical fertilizers. So, sustainable use, a judicious use, a careful use of the chemical fertilizers should be done. Because if the sustainable or careful judicious use the farmer are not doing, ultimately the fertility of the soil of the fields will damaged, will decrease a lot, and after that the field will be barren, infertile. So judicious and careful use of the chemical fertilizers should be done by the farmers. It is okay, the farmers has to get high yield. So by the advice of the agricultural experts, the farmer should add certain amount of the chemical fertilizers in the soil so that they can get high yield. But at the same time, they have to maintain the fertility and texture of the soil. So, judicious and careful use of the chemical fertilizers is quite essential. Now, by this way, we have seen the differences also, differences between manures and chemical fertilizers. Certain examples of the chemical fertilizers, you note down: urea, ammonium sulfate, NPK is very common chemical fertilizers which has combination of nitrogen, phosphorus and potassium. Three minerals, inorganic substances are added in this type of the fertilizers. This fertilizers NPK is commonly used all over the country. And here one of the disadvantages also, if the farmers are continuously using the chemical fertilizers, the chemical fertilizers also causes the water pollution. The waters from the fields in which the chemical fertilizers are continuously used drain out in the nearby ponds and ditches, and there causes accumulation of the chemical nutrients, and there one happenings that takes place, that is called eutrophication. In the ponds, particularly by the wash out or the drainage of the chemical fertilizers in the ponds or the ditches, eutrophications that takes place. Eutrophications is the highly growth of the algae which are found in the ponds, particularly a Spirogyra like that. This algal extraordinary growth causes the water pollution in the ponds. Water pollution. Clear? So these are the differences and advantages and disadvantages of the manures and chemical fertilizers, which we discuss in detail in this session. In next session, we will discuss the fourth stage, that is irrigation. Okay? You link with our YouTube channel. Just our institute will upload video for this जो है कि session on institute's YouTube channel. There you visit, there you may see this sessions video so that you can review, you can revise your this lesson. And apart from जो है कि the science in our channel, there are videos of other subject also. You subscribe our channel, you visit our videos and share our videos to your friends and get benefited, and also you help us to promote our YouTube channel. See you in next session. Thank you very much.